everybody, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time joining me. My name is Jessica, my mother as well as a makeup lover, of course. So today we are giving all of the purple vibes and I'm here for it. I'm going to be using the BPerfect Carnival 5 once again, and I'm going to be doing, somebody requested me to do this color scheme from TikTok, so shout out to you. I am very pleasantly surprised with the way that this came out. I did not plan to do it this way, but here we are, and I'm feeling it. Yeah, we're gonna be playing around with some of the purples from the Stacey Marie palette. And I'm gonna be doing my eyes as well as my face makeup for you guys today. Don't forget to stay tuned until the very end of the video where I do an up close of my makeup. That way you guys can see the true beauty of the blend. And if you're curious to see how I achieved this makeup, then definitely keep on watching. So once again, we're gonna be using the Carnival 5 palette. Somebody wanted to see me do white, black, purple, and yellow into a look. So we have pretty much all of those shades here. The only thing this palette is missing, which I didn't realize until they said white, was a white. So I'm going to be using this white liner. We're just going to do something very sultry, smoked out, like the whole vibe. I did already prime my lids with the, what's it called? Ace Beauty Shadow Primer. There we go. So I'm going to start by taking the shade Spacewalk, which is this dark purple right here. Taking it on a Jessup 227 Luxe Definer brush. I'm going to start kind of just packing this in my outer corner. I love this brush. Like, so good. So I'm just going to pack at first, but as you can see, it's kind of blending a little bit as well. So I'm just packing this all in the crease, and then I'll kind of soften the edges before I move on to the next shade. So this is kind of the vibes, kind of just blended it out a little bit, and now I'm going to take the shade Atom right here. I love this tone of purple. It's just like, it's like that true purple. Like, it's not deep, it's not like super deep like the first purple, but it's just that true purple, you know? When I think of purple, that's the purple I think of. I'm actually going to take it on the same brush, and I'm going to do essentially the same thing. I'm just going to kind of tap it down a little bit higher than I took that first shade, and then I will soften the edges. Just like that. I'm going to take the shade Roswell, which is this beautiful lighter purple. I think that this palette is set up in a really nice way where if you're having a little bit of trouble deciding what colors you want to use, they're kind of all like grouped together. So I'm going to take this on a Wet n Wild brush. So like this. And I'll just start right away blending. Instead of packing like I did the first two shades, I'm just going to go right into blending. Then I'll take a clean brush, this is also a Wet n Wild brush, to go over the edges and just soften them a little bit more. Go back and forth between all the colors again. Proper blend them. And then after I do that, I'll add the black in, like the depth, you know. But I want to make sure that the purple is nice and blended first before I do that. So this is the blended outside, and this is the not blended outside, so you can definitely see the difference. Okay, so now I'm going to take this little Morphe brush with the shade Dark Side, which is the black. And I'm going to go right into blending motions right away. And just deepen this whole thing up. I'm not really worried about what's going on like under because I'm going to cut the crease. So I'm just making sure that it's going to blend really nicely into the purple. So I'm just gonna blend the edges of this a little bit. Just kind of tapping whatever product's left on this brush inward. So I'm just gonna go straight across the cut crease like this with these shades. Then I'm gonna take the shade Roswell on that same brush that I used to like blend it on top. Do the same thing, just kind of blending it in. I have this Blend Bunny palette. It has a big black and a big white in it, so I'm gonna use this one for the whites, because this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this bad boy down. This is what I'm gonna do first before I do the whites. I'm going to take this little flat brush with the shade Woke, which is this bright yellow. So there's two yellows in this palette. I'm going to take the bright yellow. And I'm going to set this up here. If you can hear Tarzan, sorry. Then I'll take the shade Hidden from the Blend Bunny Primal palette. And I'm going to set in between the yellow and the purple. It's nice to have these like really big pans of like the black and the white, because those are typically the shades that get used up first, because they go with literally any color. They're neutral, you know, they could deepen, they could lighten, whatever. So I feel like those are always the shades that get used the most. So if I ever have a palette that doesn't have either of those colors, I could reach for this one, because it has big ass pans and it's such a nice formula. I want to take these lashes. These are Amazon lashes, like big ass pack. I'm going to start by taking the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation, shade Warm Porcelain. Oh, I took way too much. Oops. I've been really working on my base in a way that like I'm trying to make it look as flawless as possible with like the least amount of makeup. So that's why I'm like, crap, I put way too much foundation, because I'm not trying to like layer it on, you know. Like I think that does look good, like a really saturated full cover base, but I want to wear these glam looks and have like a softer beat on my face as far as like layers go, you know. So just kind of that to even out my complexion. Then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. And kind of just get my finger in there. Brushes, like my brushes don't fit in this little tiny little pot. So I got to get it out with my finger, you know. Then I'm going to take the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I'm not doing cream blush today because I don't have any purples. We're just going to do purple blush, like powder blush. It'll be fine. It'll be great. It's going to be great. This is very bright, which is exactly what I wanted today. Now I'm going to take the Unearthly Incandescent Highlighter, the shade Pixie. One thing that I'll say is that the packaging, the name, the word incandescent, it faded from me manhandling this all the time. So I'm just gonna blend this in, and this is like a purpley pink reflect to it. Look how pretty that is. So I'm gonna set with, well, so under my eyes, I'm going to set with the Jaclyn Brightening Pink Powder. I'm going to take this on a brush. I'm just going to press this under the eyes. And then I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear on a poof on the rest of my face. For bronzer, I'm going to take the Milani Silky Matte Bronzer. And really intensify that. I didn't set this bronzer, so that way the powder kind of has something to stick to. So I'm actually going to take this Unearthly single. This is shade Hazy, this purple. Very lightly. It is super, super pigmented. And blend. Now here's the fun part. So I do have this purple that I always love to use from Unearthly Cosmetics whenever I do purple blush. This is shade Ethereal. I wanted to use this purple from the Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlighter palette. I mean, I guess I could use both, huh? This to really add that shine. So I will, yeah, we'll do that. We'll take both. So on a fluffy brush, let me find one. I'll take the purple Ethereal. Kind of just very lightly dust it over that, like, incandescent highlighter, like cream. Then I'll take a smaller brush with the shade Far Out from the Blend Bunny Noctilucent highlighter palette. I'm going to keep this really centered. Like that. Okay, so now for under the eyes, I'm going to start by taking the shade Spacewalk, which is the purple. Tap it off so that way I don't get fallout. And I'll go ahead and just blend that directly under my eye. Take the shade Atom. Smoke that out. And then shade Roswell. Also, I didn't put brow bone highlight. Who am I? I want to take a little bit of the shade Mercury, which is this one right here. Can't see anything, sorry. And I'm going to put this in my inner quarter. Kind of like for the yellow, you know? Alright, so here is the completed look. I really love how this came out. I think that's no surprise here. I typically love how my makeup comes out. So I went in with this dark brown lip liner, and then I went in with the Fenty Heat Gloss Balm. Fenty Glow Heat number 3. I know this has a specific name, I just can't remember it. And it doesn't have it, like, on the bottle. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah. This is my lip combo. Decided to go into something more neutral. I'm actually really pleasantly surprised with the way the eyes came out because I didn't plan on doing them the way that I did them. But I love it. I think it looks really, really pretty. I love like a deep, deep purple, especially like just blowing it out and everything. It's definitely a vibe. And then, you know, just like the purple blush, purple highlight, just really ties everything together. So yeah. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you like me and if you like my content. And without further ado, we're going to go right ahead, roll the clip.